Curated on purpose. We talk it out, we grow through it. Take a breath, lean into it. Let's live life. Put it on purpose.
Hey, it's your girl Candy J, and welcome to Curated On Purpose, the podcast where intention meets authenticity. This is a space for real conversations about mindset, growth, faith, money, and making moves on purpose. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on our Spotify and our YouTube channel. We want to reach more listeners. So let's get comfortable and let's have a conversation. Today's guest is Ebonie Ware, an author, a mental fitness trainer, and all-around clarity creator based in Lexington, Kentucky. She is the founder of Where I'm Coming From, LLC, a mental wellness and consulting company dedicated to equipping people with practical tools to thrive, both socially and professionally. Through her work, Ebony has helped individuals build confidence, gain clarity, and find direction in every area of life, because healing, growth, and success should feel accessible and not overwhelming. And a fun fact, our paths crossed in a social work class in Kentucky, proof that purpose has a way of connecting the right people at the right time. Welcome in, Ebony. How are you?
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Good. All right. Before we get started, what I would like to go ahead and do is give you the floor to so that you can introduce what you have going on and how we can support you and how we can find you.
Sure. So again, I am the founder of Where I'm Coming From LLC, and basically what that is it helps provide tools for people to be able to thrive socially and professionally. And basically, what that is I have my motivational books that I've written, which I have them with me today. This is for mothers and their daughters. And Totally Naked, a motivational guide to living life inside out. And you can find both of these books if you wish to support on Amazon and barnesandnobles.com. You can also go to my Facebook page. It's under Where I'm Coming From. Also, my Instagram is where underscore I'm underscore coming underscore from. That's crazy, but anyway. But yeah, you can find me there too. I'm also with that. I do also have a selfish cosmetics line that I do with my mental wellness, and the reason why I kind of wanted to draw people in. Sometimes when you start talking about mental wellness, people kind of back away. They're like, "Oh, I don't know about that," So I thought if I brought in something that drew people's attention, then they will start paying attention to the other things that I have going on. So you feel good on the inside, and you look good on the outside, vice versa. So it all works together. So that's something I do. I also teach at the Salt Cave here in Lexington. If you have never been there before, it is such a beautiful place. I know, Candace, you have been there before. It's very relaxing, and you're able to kind of debrief and talk about your feelings, get things out. That's something I'm doing, and I'm also going to in the future have my books there as well. That's the way you can support me, just kind of buying those tools, and also my 4-week mental fitness program I also have on my site as well. It's basically like you doing a physical fitness program where you're following the steps. If you want to build muscle or lose weight or whatever that is, but this, you're training your mind. So it's a different thing. So you can check that out as well on my website, whereimcomingfrom.com. So that's
Wow,
it.
wow. Well, thank you. That's exciting. And yes, I had an amazing time at
Yes.
the Salt Cave. That was my first time. It won't be my last time. It was just
Yeah.
such a relaxing atmosphere, and it just really
Yes.
um, let you kind of let your hair down and relax. And that may be the only time that people get to rest and relax and focus on themselves. So yes, I will definitely be happy to come again because it's great. It really is great. But definitely, again, y'all check out my girl Ebony. She's got all the things, and we want to make sure that we support one another, and all that information will be posted as well. All right, and so we're gonna get started. You ready to live on purpose? That's what we're about to do, girl.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So the first question, well, I'm sorry. Before we get started, because I did not transition well, the first thing we're gonna do first is tell you what we're talking about. So the last episode we talked about several things: love, how to love a human, DEI and equity, and then also stigma in the Black community at home. So we just go with it and we go with the flow, whatever we feel like. But today, our main focus is going to be boundaries. Boundaries are so important. If you don't know what they are, you're going to learn today. And so,
Mhm.
with boundaries, they are important in life. And I'm sure with all the self care things that Ebony has going on, she is an expert. Why? Because why not? I know she is. So the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and start some icebreakers. But really, these are called finish the sentence. I try to steer away from questions because questions feel like they put you on the spot and you can't really process or think. And I'm
Yes.
and I can't say that for just someone else, but for me.
Right.
Okay. So the first finish the sentence is protecting my time means I no longer.
Have to explain why I say no.
Wow. Because no means no, right?
Because no means no. I don't have to give an explanation of why I do not have time to do this or do that because it's my time, it's my peace, it's my energy. So if I don't have time, I don't have time. And it's exhausting to have to feel like you have to come up with a reason why you cannot do something.
You end up lying. I feel like you end up
Mhm.
lying or making up
Yeah, you
something that's
do.
not true. And
Mm,
and what happens is then you're gonna have to re-explain on why. And it's
exactly.
funny
Exactly.
because my husband the other day somebody was talking to us and asking for something. And I'm like trying to think of an excuse on why no.
Hmm.
And my husband said because I said no.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
Exactly.
I was like, Drew said no.
Hmm.
And the response was okay. And I was like, it's that easy?
It's that easy.
Because
My
I would be
sister.
like, well, because A, B, C, D. No, no,
Hmm.
no, that's not important because
Right.
I said no. So with that being said, like protecting that time and not having to explain. Now I used to not answer the phone, and sometimes I'm still bad at it. But when I don't answer the phone, I try to, and I need to unplug for a little bit, even if it's for a couple
Hmm.
hours or for the whole day. I if somebody texts me, I'll text them back and say, "Hey, I'm just taking some time. I'm okay," and just so
Yes.
that I can
Yes.
take my time, and it doesn't have to have an explanation on why. So that's a
Right.
really
Right.
really good.
Yes, my sister is the queen of no. We are both on very different ends of the spectrum or whatever you want to call it. But she will tell you no and feels like she don't have to explain anything. Me, I've had to learn that. I've had to learn it because I feel like I feel bad because I don't know how they feel about me saying no or I've hurt somebody's feelings. But you shouldn't have to feel like that. You should not have to feel like that. And people who truly know you, they know that if you have time or you can do it, you'll do it. And that's it. So. I think that's a valuable lesson that we all could
It
learn,
really
to
is.
do better.
It comes with age. I
Hmm.
think it comes with age and maturity.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Hmm.
Let's see. All right. Good. That was awesome. Let's see. The next question is gonna be. Let's see. Peace feels like blank, and I'm not letting go of that. Peace feels like blank, and I'm not letting go of that.
Mm. Feels like me doing what I want to do when I want to do it. That's what peace feels like for me. So on my terms, not worrying about what other people think and I've learned to kind of master that. People sometimes think I'm crazy because of like some of the risks I'll take or the things that I do or the things I talk about. But I'm going to do what I want to do, what's going to make me feel happy, what's going to make me feel alive. And if I'm in something that doesn't make me feel that way, I'm going to keep practicing and doing whatever I got to do till I get to the point where I want to be. So if I'm not there just yet, I'm going to keep doing whatever it is to get there. So that peace looks like me doing what I want to do and what feels good to me. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think peace feels like, for me, peace feels like relaxing, doing nothing, or watching TV, and or just taking that time for myself without explanation. And I'm not letting
Mm-hmm.
go of that. Like, I am
Nope.
going to rest. I'm going to relax. And if it gets done, it gets done. If it doesn't, guess what? It doesn't get done.
It
And so
does
I had
get
to
done.
learn a long time ago. Somebody told me just let it all fall, and I was like, I can't do that. That's just not how I'm made up. But
Yes.
she was like, well, if you let it all fall, what's gonna happen? And I was like, nothing. She said, okay then.
That's so
So I
true.
let it all
That's
fall,
so true.
and guess what? I'm not letting go of that. So priorities are priorities, and I know that we have to adult and do those things. But sometimes we just gotta.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, it can wait.
It can wait. Absolutely. So you still in
Um,
terms doing what you want to do.
doing what I want to do. Doing what
We
I want
do
to
what
do.
I want to do for sure.
Right, and so let me see. My calendar looks better now that blank isn't on it.
Ooh. Mm. I wouldn't say it's so much a calendar, but I would say not answering to everyone and trying to be there for everybody. And whenever someone calls me, I feel I have to pick up the phone right away or I have to answer this text message, just like you talked about earlier. I think creating more space for, like I said, again, the things that I want to do and some of these things that other people are talking about or where they want to go, or, maybe there's a place somebody wants you to be and you feel obligated to go, or you're worried about how people are going to look at you because you don't go. So I think creating more time for myself and less time for other people is what,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
for me.
Hey, listen.
Hmm.
And now that our children are getting older, it's easier to do, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because
Exactly.
sometimes they don't want to be bothered with us anyway.
Yeah. Now, my daughter, especially, well, these sports and stuff, it's kind of hard. It's difficult sometimes. But hey, if there's time when I'm like, hey, I just need a break, I'm just going to move it on over. So,
Right.
yep. Yep.
Yep, that's good. That's really good. Let's see. With that question, I would like to answer as well. That question, I would say my calendar. Let me get it back because I need to make sure I say it right. Okay. So my calendar started matching my priorities when I stopped people pleasing.
See? Exactly.
Because I felt like there was always something to do. Go, 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 do, yes. Oh, sure, I help you make that. Yeah, I
Hmm.
help you do that.
Hmm.
But when I started saying no, my calendar shifted,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's
Yep.
pretty empty, and I like it the way it is. Okay,
Exactly. And you're making room for the things
making
that bring
room,
purpose to your life. Make room to move
absolutely.
over. Yes.
Move on over. Move on
Move
over.
over. Hmm.
All right. So when it comes to boundaries, this is not on the list, but when it comes to boundaries, um, what what would you tell people about boundaries? When do you think that they're important, and when do you think that they are necessary?
Ooh, I think boundaries are necessary almost every day in some way. I mean, they're necessary in times when, like we talked about before, when people are asking you to do something that you don't have time for, you don't have space for, you don't have energy for. I think boundaries are important in the workplace. I think a lot of times we overextend ourselves, so finding ways to still be, an asset to your company, but also make sure that you're doing things that protect your peace and that you feel comfortable with. I think they're important in relationships. I think sometimes we get in relationships and you just because you love somebody, that doesn't mean that you have to tolerate everything that comes with that. So you have to set those boundaries in relationships. They're important just for your mental health, your self-care. I think is top tier in self care to me. So you have to have some stop sign somewhere because the thing is, if you don't, you're going to have noise all around you. So if you can't hear clearly the things that you want in your life and your purpose, then you're just kind of pedaling backwards. And the only way to move forward, yeah, you do have to set some boundaries, put that stop sign up. So
Wow. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so if you had to explain it to someone who's never had a boundary and they are just all over the place, and you just met them, maybe they're in your therapy or they are just a friend or you just somebody you talk to, how would you explain boundaries and how
Mm.
they should incorporate them
Mm. See this.
or
Well,
or,
I
or define boundary? What is boundaries?
well, to me, a simple way of a boundary. When I say a stop sign, to me, that's what, or putting up, that block, from one thing to another. So you're saying that right now I'm unable to do this, or because of whatever reason. And I think the first part is to define what it is that you cannot do and you cannot tolerate. I think the more that you get to know yourself and the things that you want, I think it's easier for you to figure out what you don't want as well. So the more that you know about yourself and the type of person you are, you know what you can tolerate and cannot tolerate. And I think it is hard for people, like we talked about, it takes practice, like being able to say no. And a lot of times we do people please and we do this. I think, taking time to think about ways to say, like, maybe that doesn't work for me, or I can't help with this, but I hope you can find somebody who can help you, or just finding different ways to practice that. But I think it's not something that you're going to be able to do overnight. We talking about it now, we still have some issues where we cannot figure out ways to say things, or we feel like we don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So I think it's practice. So to me, boundary, it sounds like a big word, but really it's just putting up that roadblock and being like, hey, I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting my peace. And so you got to figure out what your peace looks like we just talked about. You got to figure out what those things look like to you. So that way it makes it easier when somebody does come to you and wants you to do something, or there's something that you cannot do, then you'll be able easier. It makes it easier to be able to say, no, I'm not able to do this. So that would be the best way I would explain it. So basically just drawing that line in the sand, saying, this is where I am, this is where I'm going. I'm not going any further than this. And that to me is boundaries. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and
Hmm.
I find that it's like also giving yourself grace and don't be so hard on ourselves
Yeah,
because
exactly.
even with the boundaries, like feel kind of bad, like no, I said no, but dang, that was kind of mean, or oh, I
Hmm.
should have probably thought about it, but no, you give yourself grace and
You
say,
give
okay, why am
yourself
I
grace.
doing this? And
Yeah.
so you were talking about earlier about your class, and I'd love to
Hmm.
know more about the mental fitness because it's funny. The last podcast we were talking, I was talking about. We do take care of our physical health and we take care of all the
Hmm.
things. Our emotional health, we try to, but we're not taking care of our mental health. Um,
Right.
so what does that fitness class like? What does that fitness class look like? Kind
And
of how? Give us a little rundown.
Rena, so basically what I decided to do, I was looking at, like, when I um would download like a physical fitness thing online, because it's completely online. It's a digital program. So basically, you can do it at home at your own pace. And I also offer consultation services if you feel like you're somebody that wants to say, "Oh, I'm going through the program, but I don't feel like I need a little help with it." Then I do offer that as well. But honestly, you're just step by step. It would be like almost so when it starts off, for instance, like if you're doing a physical fitness program, they may tell you, do. Uh, 30 seconds of lunges and repeat this, da, da, da. So in the program with the mental fitness, I'm telling you to do like affirmations a certain time of day, or you're writing, jotting down things in a journal, or they're just like giving you step by step things to do to kind of give you that mental preparedness. Also, there are like exercises inside of it, thought provoking exercises, as we talked about, to kind of get you to get to know yourself. And you're kind of looking, jotting these things down, because a lot of times the things that are in our head, they're unorganized, right? Our thoughts are all over the place. So when you actually get time to write it down, it looks a lot different than what you think what it feels like. So I think just basically you're following a program. So you buy the program and you follow it. It's 4 weeks, but you take your time. It's no rush. It's
It's
on
different.
however long. There's no time frame for you to finish it, and you can always go back to it. So even once you purchase it, it's yours, and you can go back. And some things may change. You may look like something one part of your life, and then you realize that things have changed. So it's something that you can use throughout your life. So it's important, because I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was telling them, I said, a lot of times we get people are embarrassed if like they feel like they have like thoughts, or or I'm crazy if I need help, or talking to a therapist or whatever. But if your leg is hurting, your leg is broken or something, where you gonna go? You're
To
gonna
the
go to
doctor.
the doctor to get it fixed, right? Because you're gonna say, "Oh, physically something's wrong going on with my leg." So when something's going on with your mind, you have to go see somebody, and somebody who has tools to help you, somebody that sees something in a way that you don't see it, and even just having somebody neutral to talk to, right? Because they sometimes talking to family or friends, they may see you in a different way. But when you're talking to somebody who doesn't know you, they have no reason to feel whatever have that opinion about you. So I think it's important. So anyway, basically, mental fitness program is you working out your mind and instead of your body. So basically, working your mind and give your mind a workout. So just using like thought provoking exercises to get you going. So
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense because it's funny I touched on that last time as well.
Mm-hmm.
But basically,
It's all connecting, right?
yeah. So basically, with that fitness, it's almost like when you go to your doctor, or for example, I work in healthcare, and
Mm-hmm.
when I talk to my customers on the phone, I say, "It looks like you may be due for a wellness exam." I feel like there should be. It looks like you may be due for a mental health exam.
Yeah,
Let's see,
exactly.
let's see how it's really going.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because sometimes people don't know, they don't know how to open
Mm-hmm.
up. But I mean, I think that's something that should be a requirement. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, if you need a
Yes.
wellness exam or anything, just go ahead and hit up Ebony because she's got that fitness program that I think will be very beneficial for you as well. Now,
Absolutely. And yeah, if you hit that mental wellness, you may, some of those physical ailments that you have, it may not exist. So,
they may not exist. You're right about it.
yes,
Because
they may
sometimes it's
not.
all about switching that mindset.
Some of that stress that's wearing on your body. So I think it all goes together. Yep. All connected.
Because it might quiet your mind. Your mind might get
Hmm.
quiet because now you know why this is happening or what is going on,
Exactly.
and your
Exactly.
mind, and as I've said before, if your mind is controlling everything about you, your mind tells your leg when to move, right?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so, or your hand to move. So if we're making our hands move and our legs move, or all the things, I feel like it should really honestly be some type of requirement. Like,
I'm
so
telling you. And
so we don't
now
have to
that
do anything else.
exactly. And now that people are starting to open up more about mental health, people are now easily, oh, I'm going to talk to my therapist today. Or I talked to my therapist. It's becoming a thing. Before you say anything about a thing, you're not going to say anything about yeah, let's be quiet. You crazy. You crazy. You talk to a
Mhm.
therapist. Mm-mm. Now people see the importance of it. I mean, it's key. It is key. Yeah.
My
So, yeah.
therapist is amazing. Her name is Paula. Paula,
Okay.
I know you're
Hey,
listening.
Paula.
Hey, Paula.
Hey,
Listen,
Paula.
I got Paula on speed dial. Do you hear
See?
me?
Hmm.
I'm like, let me call Paula because I need to check this out. Or I don't
Yes.
know how, and it helps you process of making better decisions, thinking things through versus just not. And you're just
Yep.
over making rational decisions, or in the meantime, not only you're hurting yourself, you could be hurting others. Because
Exactly.
what? Hurt people, right?
Hurt people. Exactly. And for
And
me, even me, like I'm looking into finding a therapist as well. Because it's funny because when you do this type of work, you think, oh, you're helping everybody else. You're able to tell people this and this and this. But girlfriend, you still need somebody to talk to too. And sometimes it can be even heavier because you're taking on a lot of stuff from other people, and you need somebody to talk to. But it has nothing to do with how you're stronger than everybody else, or you don't. Everybody needs somebody that they can talk to, and
yep,
that's key. So if you're listening today, you're feeling like things are out of whack, and one way to really know if something is off when you think about mental wellness, if you're having something that is disrupting your day-to-day life, you can't really function and do the things that you need to do on a daily basis because there is something that is, unsettled. Something is unsettled within you. Then reach out to somebody because there's no reason to suffer. There is no reason to suffer. None. There's no reason to suffer.
Wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I feel like when you are speaking to a therapist, it can be hard if you're not ready. You got to get ready, and but you have to find a therapist that works for you.
Mhm.
Everybody's therapy style is not the same. Some people are straight by the book. Some people are here. Let's talk about it. Let's see where we need to go,
Exactly.
and then we'll kind of
Exactly.
build a plan. And
Mhm.
so it's almost like you got to be. I don't know. I know somebody wrote a book called Naked.
Mhm.
Um, maybe they wrote a book called Naked, and maybe I bought it. I did
Mhm.
buy that book, and so
I
that
know
book.
you did. You were one of the first people. Hold on. Back again. Here's the connection. You were probably one of the first people who said something to me. I think you talked about the obituary.
Huh?
You had sent me a
I
message.
still
You
ain't
were
filled it
like, this
out.
is some deep stuff.
You know what? Then I'm
I
gonna pull my
remember.
book out. I'm gonna challenge myself to pull my book
Yes.
out because I can do it now. But before I was like, I can't. This is
I
too
can't
much.
look. It gets too much.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's
But
why I said the
exactly.
stuff. Yeah, you can always go back to it because we got different stages of life. You can go back to it at any time. There is no right or wrong, answer to any of this. We all trying to get through this every day. We all trying to get through life. So the better tool, the more that we have, the more we know, the more tools we have to equip us. It's gonna make all the difference. So.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
so after you read Naked or go through a couple of pages of Naked and you're just overwhelmed, then you can pick up my book, which is Girl, Let's Pray.
Hey, come on. What's the name? Say it again.
Girl, Let's Pray.
Girl, let's pray.
And
Okay.
yeah, and in my book, it does also talk about. Well, it's a 30-day devotional, and has
Hmm.
different topics, of course. And one is I'm not available for that.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
I'm not available for that.
Hmm.
Or there's one is God. I want to be messy, but I want to be petty, but So
But
yeah. So again, after you naked and all the things,
yeah, you get
girl, let's
totally
pray.
naked on us, then go ahead and
Yes. Let's go ahead and pray. Let's go ahead and do that.
let's go.
But it's gonna be
Yes.
where you are. It's not gonna be too deep to where if you've never picked up your word or you never knew, it's also full of affirmations and
That's
also
yes.
questions and thought provoking questions as well. Because after you read and it's pretty much set up a story about something, the scripture, then it's going to
Hmm.
say, well, let's, almost like, let's reflect on it and see, and then go from there. And then after all of that, you may need an affirmation. So being affirmed
Exactly.
is great as well. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all about that self care.
And people
Um,
don't realize how refreshing it is sometimes just to talk about yourself. I hate to say it, but just to talk about yourself. And I'm not talking about in a way where I'm, talking about myself because I look so good. We both look good with our red lipstick on right now. I
yes,
see it. But
ma'am.
yes. But I mean, just to have that time for yourself because we put so much energy into everybody else, especially women. We care. I was thinking about bag lady, Erica
Hmm.
Badu. Because we carry, that's all we do. Carry all the bags, carry all the weight. And it's like we don't make time for ourselves. So just even having that small time to write down and really think about, get back to you and think about what you want in life, it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing to do. It may sound so simple, but it's probably the key to life. Honestly,
And some people just
it
don't know
is.
where to start.
Don't
They
know
don't know
where
where
to
to
start.
start. And I was
Hmm.
just thinking as you were talking about Bag Lady.
Hmm.
Erica, we really love your song.
Hmm.
It's got us through dragging all them bags.
Like that.
Yeah. But I think there needs to be a part two. So as we're dragging them bags, can we delegate too? Because that's why
Exactly.
these bags are heavy.
Exactly. That's why they exactly. Who can help me carry these
Who
bags?
can help me carry these bags?
Who can help me
Because
carry
these
them?
bags is heavy.
Exactly. Exactly. We think we have to take on all the weight, and we do not. We do not. We don't.
But that's what we
So,
do. We take all the
yeah,
way, and then it's also how we were raised, how our heritage is, how life has been. Is we think we got to do it
exactly.
all. And the moment
Exactly.
that you feel, once the moment you get to the point of saying, you know what, I don't have to carry it all. I don't have to do it all,
Yep.
and delegate. Because sometimes
Delegating.
I know some of it can be stubbornness with myself. Is if I do it, I know it's going to get done right, and I know I have to ask questions about
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
But is that strength? I don't think it is. I think it's a
Mm-hmm.
weakness because you have to be able to delegate, so that you
Exactly.
can have time for yourself. You cannot, and even in ladies being married or men being married, or if you are the one that's doing most of the things, our partners want to see us at night, right? Or
Exactly.
sometimes they want to see us. If they want to see us at night and they don't want us
They might
exhausted,
want to see it.
they
Yes,
might want
they
to see
might.
us. But we gotta delegate. So if
Exactly.
we can't we can't figure out why we're so exhausted at the end of the day. I remember when I was working outside the house because I actually work from home.
Me
Coming
too.
home, yeah, coming home, and when you come home, I would not even take my shoes off. I would go straight to the kitchen, wash my hands, prepare dinner,
Mm,
help the kids with homework, whatever else has to be done, and then go to bed. And then I'm
mm.
exhausted and I'm tired, like done, outdone.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There was no more time for me. I couldn't even probably keep my eyes open to watch an episode of anything, let
Mm.
alone, spend time with my partner.
Be
So,
intimate. Yeah.
in that
Mm,
delegating, that works. And
mm.
remember, I said, sometimes we got to let it fall. If it falls, it falls. We'll pick it up later. Okay.
We'll pick it
And if
up.
not,
Yep.
delegate and have somebody else pick it up. How about that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yes. So I think that is very important to take that. That's that self care and those boundaries that we have to have.
Yes.
And if you don't know what a boundary is, I think it's something that you should tap into,
Yes.
um, because it
So
is
put that
it is
stop sign. There's a stop
put
sign. Nope. I said no.
STOP. That's funny. I was talking to my daughter in the car today, and she, of course, she's 17, and she's not
Hmm.
driving yet. But
Hmm.
even when I'm driving, I'm showing her little things like, "Hey, when you are at a stop sign, and you want to make sure you stopped enough, you say STOP, and you drive, because
And then
that
you
means
try.
you're not doing a rolling stop. We're gonna stop. STOP. By the time you do that P,
Yes.
now you can go. So then I guess it
Exactly.
would be important to put that stop sign up with that mental health. And then you're
Yes.
like, hold on, wait a minute. STOP.
OP.
You got to make a stop sign. If you got to just do the high five, we
Do
got to do the
that right.
right.
No, I said no.
STOP. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Yes.
um,
Hmm. So don't overcomplicate it. You don't
mm-mm.
overcomplicate boundaries. You like getting the more you know yourself, the more you'll be able to say, "Look, this is not for me," or, and get to more of the things that you want to do, right? So I think that's very important. Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
I think we're gonna do one more question. We're gonna
All right.
one more sentence. One more
One more
sentence.
sentence. Okay.
Okay, so okay, the right people showed up when I stopped.
Ooh. When I stopped allowing the wrong people to have space
Wow,
in my life.
wow.
When I allowed the wrong people to stop having space, because when you're dealing with the wrong type of people, you're not allowing space for positivity, for goodness to come there, because there again there's another block that's there, so they can't come in because you dealing with foolishness that you shouldn't be tolerating. So I think that, when you start doing that, getting rid of the negativity, getting rid of things that hurt you, things that don't serve you, I think you allow more peace and love and positivity in your life.
Yes, yes, yes. The right
Hmm.
people, and
The right
because
people.
yeah, because it goes back to another thing that I always say is there's three types of friendships, right?
Right.
Uh, Friendships or relationships. They're there for a reason, season,
Season.
and a lifetime.
Hmm.
And guess what? Just because they've been and went around doesn't mean they always stay.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
sometimes you don't realize that they might be holding you down with them bags that Erica Badu was talking about. Clearly, those bags are heavy because we pulling around people or trying to
Cool.
drag people along with us. They're not supposed to be there.
They're not supposed to be there.
And
Hmm.
so the right people showed up when I stopped caring about um, what people thought. The
Hmm.
right people started showing up when I stopped being afraid.
Hmm. Hmm.
When I started just doing and stop being afraid, I think the right people not only are showing up, they're starting to show up in the line. So I think it's important to uh, go through your cell phone. Go through
Hmm.
your cell phone, and when you're going through there, if you haven't talked to them and they haven't reached out to you, you might want to go through and delete some stuff.
Delete it. Hmm. And
And
you
when
know
they
what else?
text you,
Oh, go ahead.
what?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just
I just
saying,
had a
when they
thought when
text
you were
you,
saying, listen to us. Go ahead.
you told
Go
me to
ahead.
go ahead. I was being
Go
a lady.
ahead. Go.
No, I was just saying when you text when someone texts you and maybe after you delete these numbers and you don't know who it is, just be like, hey, I'm sorry, I had deleted some numbers, or you don't have to
Right.
explain. What's understood don't need to be explained. Just say, who's
Exactly.
this?
Who's
Oh, hey, how are
right?
you? I ain't heard from you in a while.
Exactly. Hmm.
But go ahead, Ebony.
Exactly.
What were you gonna
No,
say, girl?
no, I was just gonna say that when you start knowing your worth,
Mm,
that's when the right people come along. That's in relationships, friendships, whatever that is. Because the more you feel that when you feel like you deserve better, that you
mm,
won't be able to tolerate that other stuff, right?
mm,
So then the
mm,
right people start coming because the other people they don't look the same anymore. Just like you said, you going through your phone like, why are you still in here? Because I ain't heard from you and you ain't done nothing that serves me in any way. So why are you still here? And I think the more that we know about ourselves, the more we feel that we deserve better in everything that we do. Relationships, jobs, whatever you're doing in life. I think you just keep attracting good things to your life. So clock that.
yeah.
Yeah,
What did it
clock
go?
it. Mhm.
But so yes, I think that is great because
Yeah.
when you start to know who you are, and I think it takes a while sometimes to really know
Hmm.
because I mean we're unsure about a lot of things until you really like okay wait a minute I don't know
Right.
something happened about late 30s early 39 hitting 40 and I'm like oh,
Hmm.
okay and then
Hmm.
and it can happen in the last week or two or a month or so and I remember I just feel like sometimes I'm like dang I'm not invited people aren't
Hmm.
inviting me or it's not about social things because I could care less I'm home
Hmm.
half the time but people are inviting me or oh why didn't they ask me to come on their podcast or why
Hmm.
haven't I had made a space and when I once I realized baby you are the table
Okay. Come on now.
then you invite the people and they're gonna come
Say
right
stop
so
waiting for the
so the and
invitation.
then you will make those connections and make those right connections but speaking of
Hello?
Ebony can you hear me hold on can you hear me Ebony oh no let's see hello can you
No.
hear me okay
Yes.
I don't know what happened but oh well
Whatever.
speaking of bringing people to the table and because you are the table I just want to say from the purest part of my heart that from the outside looking in, you have the best friend group, and I want to be in that group so bad.
And I
I
just
say
want to
that all the
say from the
time.
bottom of my heart, I do have a
From
really
the
great friend
bottom of my heart, you got a good friend group. I mean, there might be somebody that I probably should ask to be on the podcast named like
group.
Robin Turley.
Yes. Come on, get Robin on there.
Yeah, we're gonna get it together. And then also you got Casey.
Casey,
I mean, you got a lot. You
Jessica.
got
I mean,
yeah,
all
yeah.
of them could be on the podcast.
And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes things change, but then you had Candace. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So you
so definitely, I just want to say is that my
come on.
table is here, but I am available for y'all's
Okay.
friend group things because y'all be
Yeah.
doing the most. Okay.
Yes, yes. And
But no,
everything that you see is genuine, it's authentic, it's real. And we've got more than 30 years probably between 30, 40 years between all of us. Like that we've been friends and it's been a blessing. We've gone through different stages of life, but just like you said, like we make space for goodness. We don't do that backbiting, hating, jealousy, all that. We root for each other. We want the best for each other. And even if we don't like something that one of us is doing, we're gonna let you know, hey, we don't think it's the best for you right now, but we know we're
right.
doing it out of love. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is. And we like to have fun. I know you see we love to
Yeah,
go out.
from yeah. So
Yeah.
from the purest places where that comes from, and
Yes.
that's great because. But
Yes.
like I
Yes.
said, if you all are accepting more members
Yeah.
into the group,
We're taking
I am available.
applications.
Okay. I'm available sometimes. Now I will say no
Come on
sometimes, but
out.
I'm available.
All right. I hear
But
you.
yes, but definitely this has been amazing. I
All
am so
right.
glad that you took the time to spend time with me. Oh, and by the
Yeah.
way, let me not say I love that shirt. That shirt is
Oh,
fire. Okay.
thank you. Okay.
Yes.
My granny, I walked in and my granny said, I like your top. Now I knew I was doing something because let me
Yes.
tell you, that's
You
the
was doing
fashionista.
something then. Yeah, because if she didn't say nothing, you be like, oh, it wasn't that cute then.
Oh, it wasn't nothing. No one doing
It,
nothing.
it wasn't nothing there. But
Thank
yeah,
you so
so
much. And I'm so proud of you. Let me go ahead and give you your flowers while we're on the
thank
phone. Proud of
you.
you for doing this and just, going out and, you know, I know probably sometimes it can be fearful to do something like this, or you don't know how it's going to turn out or whatever, but you stood and courageous and you're doing it and keep on doing it and spreading light and love to everybody. And I appreciate you having me.
Oh, no problem at all. And so before we go, what do you have any final words about boundaries or anything you would like
Hmm.
to say?
I'm just going to say, put the stop sign on your chest, wear it proudly. No, but really just get to know yourself. The more you get to know yourself, the more you will know what you want to tolerate and what you don't. You'll know what your boundaries are. None of us can, it's not like any of us can pinpoint, how to say no or how to, navigate everything around boundaries, but just start getting to know who you are and what you like, what you don't like, what you want in your life, what you don't, and it's going to make all the difference. It'll make all the difference. And so if the word boundaries, if I didn't explain it exactly how, it didn't make sense to you, get to know yourself, and I promise you, you will understand what boundaries means. Start with self-awareness, self-love, and then that boundaries word, you'll be like, oh, okay, this is what this means. Because this is what this looks like. Because now I have more peace in my life because I've decided not to tolerate a lot of things. So that's it.
All
Hmm.
right, all right. And so this conversation was powerful. And if it challenged you, encouraged you, or made you think differently, that was on purpose. Remember,
Yes.
growth doesn't happen by accident. The mindset, the discipline, and the decisions matter. If this episode resonated with you, make sure to follow, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Until next time, stay grounded, stay intentional, and always live on purpose.
Yay.